Much as I love cooking, there are some days when I just don't want to bother about getting into elaborate meals, with 3 or 4 courses. So if one dish can do it, why make four? That is my mantra for sure. So today I'm making one such dish for all of you. Let's get started. Hi, once again I'm back with a fantastic recipe. Now, much as I love collecting recipe books from all over the world, my cooking is out of the box. What I mean is that I love to improvise in the kitchen, experiment a bit and play around with ingredients. And one ingredient that has really fascinated me in recent times is millets. Yes, we all know that it is a much neglected superfood that the world is rediscovering. So India has always been a land of millets, and I don't know why we switched to primarily two grains, which is wheat and rice. Now again, experts say that we should be getting back to millets. They are rich in protein, they are rich in a lot of minerals such as iron, copper, which the body needs. They help you lower your cholesterol, they may help you lose weight, something everybody wants. And also they are very good for the environment. So anybody who truly cares for earth and the environment and sustainable practices should know that we should include more and more millets in our diet. So it is a win-win situation. It improves our health and it helps you care for our planet Earth. What else do you want? So today my recipe is a fantastic autumn winter recipe. As the season sets in, we are all looking for those heartwarming and body warming recipes which kind of heal all the inflammations, boost our immunity, and at the same time ward off colds. So this is a mutton stew or soup from Hungary called the Hungarian Goulash. It is a very popular international dish, and I have a very nice memory of having this dish in very unusual circumstances. So back in 2010, we were on a trip to Europe and we had been all over many countries and we were kind of bored of the bland food. And finally we landed up in Hungary one fine day in the last leg of our tour. It was raining, it was cold. And our flights had got cancelled due to the ash cloud crisis, and somehow we had spent many hours at the airport just having chocolate being offered by Swiss Air. So the whole day of having cold chocolates, and then this wonderful bowl of Hungarian goulash came in front of me. It was such a comfort food, and I just can't forget how it made me feel so welcome, far away from my country, so that is the effect food has on you and the food associations we build up over the years. So this is indeed a very, very heartwarming recipe. It's a simple recipe. I have kind of improvised it a bit because normally you use Hungarian paprika in this, which I had got from there, but obviously it is over now. So our usual Kashmiri red chili also works very fine because it is good to give that color, but it's not too spicy. So as it is, I love using Kashmiri red chili in most of my cooking, red chili powder, which gives that lovely red color. And it's got some spring vegetables, it's got mutton, and normally people have it with bread because it's a soup or a stew, but today I'm making a millet pilaf to go with it, which is like a pulao that we make with rice, but today I'm using foxtail millets, which I wanted to try out and also share with you to encourage all of you to have millets. So let's get started with the ingredients. So these are all the ingredients. I'm ready with my we've got some mutton here, which is a boneless mutton, and we've got some onions chopped. I've got some garlic which is chopped. I've got some carrots and potatoes which I have just chopped. Tomato I will be using later as a puree or something. These are my millets which I'm going to use today. I'm going to soak them in water. And the recipe requires butter, but I use a lot of olive oil in most of my cooking. I've got some black pepper here. So I'll also be using this paprika, which is the spice for goulash, because it gives a nice red color. Switched on the gas. The sticker is not coming off yet, so I'm adding some olive oil to start with. Okay. I am adding some onions to this. With that, I'm also adding some garlic. Little bit of butter too. I'm adding some bay leaf and some peppercorns and some mutton too goes in. So meanwhile, I'm taking the millets and I'm soaking them in a little water. So as you can see, our mutton is getting browned a bit. So meanwhile, I'm going to chop these tomatoes. So I'll remove the eyes. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just add just a little spoon of flour to kind of coat the mutton pieces nicely. What it does is that it also kind of thickens the soup later. A little bit of flour is good. Just a little bit, not too much. And we're gonna add these lovely tomatoes right into the mix. Now I'm adding a little salt and a little of this paprika. So I'm adding a little water here now. You can also add stock. Just for some added goodness, you can also add some tomato puree, which gives a better red color. So now I have added some more water to adjust the level, and I'm gonna close the lid and let it for a while. To make the millet pilaf, I'm taking some olive oil in a pan and heating it up. And here I'm adding assorted veggies of my choice like onion and peppers, whatever you have available. Just sauteing some. So now I'm adding the soaked millets. So in this I'm adding a little salt and a little bit of pepper. So to 1 bowl of millet, I am adding 2 bowls of water. Okay. I'm gonna cover this. Now, for the longest time, I used to think that millets are something very complicated to cook, and I used to buy them and they used to keep lying in the kitchen, but they are so easy. They are as easy as making a pulao or an upma, which we do every day, almost every day. So it's just, double the quantity of water the way you do in rice, and you need to soak it a little earlier, and that's it. Do try it out. Okay, so now both the dishes are cooking. Got my millet here and I've got this thing on the back burner. Let's see how is it coming along. So this is a slow cooking recipe. I think we'll just let it boil. Did you know that UN General Assembly has adopted a resolution sponsored by India and supported by more than 70 countries declaring 2023 as the International Year of Millets? The resolution is intended to increase public awareness on the health benefits of millets and their suitability for cultivation under tough conditions marked by climate change. So now let's check on this. This is also kind of looking half cooked. So now we're going to add the potatoes and the carrots to it. So a good goulash must have some potatoes and carrots. So this is one of those classic dishes, which are best slow cooked. As it is, I'm trying out this new Le Creuset pan and I'm pretty excited about using it. The advantage is that it is a very heavy bottom. So you can use any kind of heavy bottom pan and just leave it. Once you put the lid, you can just go and watch maybe an episode of your favorite television series and come back and nothing will happen to it, because it is slow cooked. So it also kind of goes with this movement called slow food. I hope you've heard of it. So contrary to fast food, which was all about convenience and lack of nutritional value and just a quick fix kind of meal, more and more families all over the world are rediscovering the joys of slow cooking, the way our grandmothers used to cook, So I remember my grandmother and some of my aunts, the whole day they used to spend in the kitchen. So not that I envy that, but still I feel we are just going to the opposite direction. We just don't even enter our kitchen. And how bad can that be? We all want to be healthy. We hit the gyms. We buy healthy snacks from the store, but we don't even pay attention to what meals we are having 3 times a day, just relegating it to a cook or just ordering in randomly. I don't think that's healthy at all. So whenever you can, try and cook a simple meal for yourself, for your family, or cook together. That is actually the ultimate. But yes, you must know what ingredients are going into your food on a day-to-day basis. What is the quantity? What is the nutritional value, and what effect it will have on your health? So if you have any kind of underlying condition like hypothyroidism, hypertension, BP, diabetes, anything, you should try and be aware of what effect each grain will have. So you can choose the best grain. So millets is the way to go. So now you can see this is almost done. Grains are nicely cooked. Our perfect millet pilaf is ready, and so is this fragrant Hungarian goulash. So I hope all of you try out today's recipe and let me know how it went for you. And do write in your comments what kind of recipes you want to see in the future on this show. Keep watching NIJ Lifestyle. Stay healthy, stay aware, stay tuned.